Please consider supporting our channel by liking this video and subscribing for more content. The Best Werewolf Movies of All Time Chapter 2. Number 8 Silver Bullet, 1985. Silver Bullet is a horror film released in 1985, directed by Daniel Attias and based on the Stephen King novella cycle of the werewolf. The story is set in a small town called Tarker's Mills during the late 1970s. The movie revolves around a wheelchair-bound young boy named Marty Koslaw, played by Corey Haim, and his older sister Jane, played by Megan Follows. The peaceful town is suddenly plagued by a series of gruesome murders, and the townspeople become paralyzed by fear. Marty, an astute and curious boy, begins to suspect that the killer is not human but a werewolf. He shares his suspicions with his Uncle Red, played by Gary Busey, who is an experienced hunter. Together, they embark on a mission to hunt down the creature and put an end to the terror. Armed with silver bullets, which are believed to be the only way to kill a werewolf, Marty and Red face numerous challenges and dangers as they investigate the identity of the beast. They gradually uncover clues and narrow down the list of suspects, including some prominent members of the community. As the full moon approaches, Marty and Red find themselves in a race against time. They must confront the werewolf and save their town from further bloodshed. With their courage and determination, they face a fierce battle that will test their strength and resourcefulness. The film explores themes of bravery, the power of family bonds, and the struggle between good and evil. It combines elements of horror, suspense, and coming-of-age storytelling to create an atmospheric and thrilling narrative. Silver Bullet offers a unique and suspenseful take on the werewolf genre, with a focus on the journey of a young boy who refuses to let his physical limitations hinder his determination to protect his loved ones and confront the supernatural threat that lurks in the shadows. Number 9 Bear, 2013. Bear is a horror film released in 2013, directed by William Brent Bell. The story follows a defense attorney named Kate Moore, played by A.J. Cook, who is assigned to represent a man named Talon Gwynnick, played by Brian Scott O'Connor, who is accused of a brutal murder in a small town in France. As Kate delves deeper into the case, she begins to suspect that Talon is not a typical human being. He exhibits superhuman strength, regenerative abilities, and an uncanny connection to the wilderness. Despite her initial skepticism, Kate becomes convinced that Talon is a werewolf. As the investigation progresses, a team of forensic experts, including a scientist named Eric Sarin, played by Sebastian Roche, joins Kate in an attempt to uncover the truth behind Talon's nature. The evidence starts to point towards the existence of a group of werewolves living in the area. As the full moon approaches, Talon's transformation becomes increasingly uncontrollable, and the hunt for the truth takes a dark turn. Kate and her team find themselves pursued by a pack of werewolves who will stop at nothing to protect their secret and eliminate anyone who threatens their existence. Desperate to survive and expose the truth, Kate and her allies must confront the werewolves in a deadly battle. They uncover ancient myths and legends surrounding the creatures, ultimately leading to a climactic showdown that will determine the fate of everyone involved. Bear presents a modern take on the werewolf lore, blending elements of horror, mystery, and suspense. It explores themes of identity, primal instincts, and the horrors that can lurk beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary individuals. The film offers a gritty and intense narrative, focusing on the psychological and physical struggles of the characters as they confront a supernatural threat. It delves into the moral implications of defending a client who may be more than human and raises questions about the existence of creatures that exist beyond the realm of human understanding. Number 10 The Company of Wolves, 1984. The Company of Wolves is a dark fantasy horror film released in 1984, directed by Neil Jordan and based on the short story collection The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter. The film weaves together a series of surreal and interconnected fairy tales that explore the themes of desire, sexuality, and the transformative nature of werewolves. The story is set in a dreamlike rural village, where a young girl named Rosaline, played by Sarah Patterson, listens to her grandmother, played by Angela Lansbury, recount various cautionary tales about the dangers of the outside world, particularly the threat of wolves. These tales are presented as symbolic representations of Rosaline's own coming of age and exploration of her sexuality. As the narrative unfolds, Rosaline experiences vivid dreams and nightmares that blend reality with fantasy. She encounters a charming huntsman, played by Mia Burgess, who seduces her with his animalistic allure. Rosaline becomes increasingly fascinated by the idea of wolves and the raw power they represent. The film presents a series of interconnected stories, each exploring different aspects of desire, fear, and transformation. These stories include a marriage between a man and a woman with a secret, a young bride who discovers her husband's hidden wolf nature on their wedding night, and a girl who falls in love with a wolf. Throughout the film, the lines between dreams and reality blur, and Rosaline's journey mirrors her own burgeoning sexuality and the fear surrounding it. As she navigates her desires and confronts the mysteries of the forest, she gradually embraces her own inner wolf, symbolizing her newfound sexual maturity and liberation. The Company of Wolves is a visually stunning and thought-provoking film that delves into the darker aspects of fairy tales and explores the transformative power of the wolf archetype. It examines themes of female empowerment, sexuality, and the complex relationship between desire and danger. Through its rich symbolism and surreal storytelling, the film challenges traditional narratives and invites the audience to question societal expectations and embrace their own primal instincts. Number 11. Werewolf of London, 1935. Werewolf of London is a classic horror film released in 1935, directed by Stuart Walker. Considered one of the earliest werewolf films, it follows the story of Dr. Wilfred Glendon, played by Henry Hull, a British botanist who becomes entangled in a curse that transforms him into a werewolf. Dr. Glendon ventures to Tibet in search of a rare flower known as the Murifasa, which blooms only in moonlight and is believed to hold the secret to immortality. During his expedition, he is attacked by a mysterious creature, later revealed to be a werewolf. Returning to London with the flower, Glendon continues his research in his laboratory. However, he soon discovers that he has been infected with the werewolf curse. Each night, when the moon is full, he undergoes a transformation into a savage and bloodthirsty werewolf. Haunted by his dual nature, Glendon seeks a cure for his affliction. He consults with Dr. Yogami, played by Warner Oland, an enigmatic figure who claims to have knowledge of werewolves and their remedies. Yogami also covets the Murifasa flower, which he believes can give him immortality. As the story progresses, Glendon's wife Lisa, played by Valerie Hobson, becomes increasingly concerned about her husband's strange behavior. She suspects that something is amiss and grows closer to Paul Ames, played by Lester Matthews, a former acquaintance of Glendon's who harbors feelings for her. The film explores Glendon's internal struggle as he tries to resist his savage instincts while desperately searching for a way to break the werewolf curse. Meanwhile, Yogami plots to steal the Murifasa flower, leading to a climactic confrontation between Glendon and his nemesis. Werewolf of London is known for its atmospheric Gothic settings and makeup effects, which were groundbreaking for the time. While it may not have achieved the same level of popular recognition as later werewolf films, it is considered a significant contribution to the werewolf genre and has influenced subsequent films in the genre. The film delves into themes of duality, the struggle between good and evil, and the consequences of succumbing to one's primal nature. It remains a classic example of early monster movies and showcases the enduring fascination with the werewolf legend. Number 12. Wolf Cop, 2014. Wolf Cop is a horror comedy film released in 2014, directed by Lowell Dean. The movie follows the story of Lou Garou, played by Leo Fafard, a small-town police officer who transforms into a werewolf and becomes a supernatural crime-fighting hero. Lou Garou is a lazy and alcoholic cop in the fictional town of Woodhaven. One night, while investigating a disturbance, he stumbles upon a mysterious occult ritual and is bitten by a werewolf. Unbeknownst to him at first, the bite transforms him into a powerful and fearsome creature whenever there is a full moon. As Lou grapples with his newfound lycanthropic abilities, he begins to use his werewolf form to fight crime and protect the citizens of Woodhaven. Renaming himself Wolf Cop, he becomes a vigilante with an appetite for justice, using his enhanced senses and strength to take down criminals and uncover a deeper conspiracy at play. With the help of his friend Willie Higgins, played by Jonathan Cherry, a fellow police officer, Lou investigates the strange occurrences happening in the town. They uncover a plot involving corrupt officials, a cult, and their plans for a ritual that involves sacrificing innocent people. As the full moon draws closer, Lou must confront his own inner beast and master his werewolf abilities to save the town from impending doom. Along the way, he uncovers surprising truths about his own past and the origins of the werewolf curse. Wolf Cop is known for its blend of horror, comedy, and over-the-top action. The film revels in its B-movie aesthetic, featuring gory and humorous scenes as Lou embraces his supernatural alter ego. It embraces the tropes of both werewolf and cop films, delivering an entertaining and self-aware experience. The movie offers a unique and humorous take on the werewolf genre, with a tongue-in-cheek approach to its storytelling. It combines elements of horror, comedy, and crime thriller to create a campy and fun-filled narrative that doesn't take itself too seriously. Number 13. The Curse of the Werewolf, 1961. The Curse of the Werewolf is a British horror film released in 1961, directed by Terence Fisher and produced by Hammer Film Productions. The movie tells the tragic story of a young man cursed to become a werewolf and the consequences that unfold in his life. The story is set in 18th century Spain, where a beggar woman is imprisoned and abused by the cruel Mark Siniestro, played by Anthony Dawson. When she escapes, she seeks refuge in the home of a kind and compassionate servant, Don Alfredo Corleto, played by Clifford Evans. However, the Marks discovers her hiding place and recaptures her. Despite her mistreatment, the beggar woman eventually seduces the Marks and becomes pregnant with his child. She gives birth to a son named Leon, who is born on Christmas Day under a full moon, a fateful omen that foretells his tragic destiny. As Leon, played by Oliver Reed, grows up, he exhibits strange and violent behavior. He develops an insatiable appetite for raw meat and experiences uncontrollable fits of rage. It becomes evident that Leon has inherited the curse of lycanthropy from his father. As the years pass, Leon's transformation into a werewolf becomes more frequent and intense, particularly during the full moon. His condition brings terror and tragedy to the village, as he becomes a bloodthirsty creature that preys upon unsuspecting victims. Leon's only hope for salvation lies in the love and affection of Christina, played by Catherine Feller, a young woman who sees the good in him and believes that his curse can be broken. Their relationship becomes the focal point of the film, as they navigate the challenges of Leon's affliction and the prejudice of society. The Curse of the Werewolf is known for its atmospheric Gothic settings, striking cinematography, and Oliver Reed's powerful performance as the tormented Leon. The film explores themes of identity, forbidden love, and the struggle between humanity and primal instincts. As the plot unfolds, Leon's fate hangs in the balance, leading to a climactic confrontation between the werewolf and those who seek to destroy him. The film serves as a classic example of Hammer horror, known for its stylish and often gruesome approach to horror storytelling. Overall, The Curse of the Werewolf offers a tragic and haunting tale of a man trapped by his own nature and the forces of destiny. It remains a beloved entry in the werewolf genre, showcasing the psychological and emotional turmoil of its protagonist and the enduring appeal of the folklore surrounding werewolves. Help us reach a wider audience by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Your support goes a long way in helping us create more awesome videos.